Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here's a live stream surprise live chat. K1 Visa surprise live stream. I got a hurricane heading into the Gulf of Mexico. Now, I'm Diego. I live in the panhandle of Florida. I'm in the K1 visa process, like you guys, just like you guys. We are waiting for our welcome letter from the National Visa Center in New Hampshire. Our NOA 1 letter is dated April 18th, 2022, and our NOA 2 letter is dated May 30th, 2023. So we've probably passed, closing in on, or we've probably passed the 90-day wait for the National Visa Center to send us our welcome letter. So in September, I'm going to start sending inquiries. And Adam is in the house. What's going on, Adam? Adam says, how are you? I have a couple of questions for you today. Well, come on. Come on, Adam. We want to hear your questions. I did a surprise live stream. Hopefully, I don't want the hurricane to hit Florida, but it's going to hit Florida. I don't know if I'm going to have power tomorrow at my house. I may have power. I may not have power. I don't know. It all depends. But so I'm doing a live stream now. I'll do the live stream tomorrow too at 7 p.m. if I got power. Jacob, well, good morning, Diego. What's going on, Jacob? Another day closer to your visa interview in Manila. Hamid, hello. What's going on, Hamid? Diego, hope you stay safe during the hurricane. Hamid, well, thanks. It's the normal part of living here. Okay. It was my decision to live in Florida. It was my response. It's my responsibility to prepare for the hurricane. I've survived 40 years of hurricanes. This is just another day in Florida. But now I got a YouTube channel for you guys. It's not my channel, it's your channel. And I don't want to miss anything. I don't want to not help you guys with your visa processing. So I'm doing a surprise live stream now, which is going to benefit people in South Africa, West Africa, those parts of the world because of the time change. And England too. People in England are probably awake and eating their fish and chips and not sleeping. Adam and Jacob says, "Yep, just working my days away." There you go. Keep working. Adam, I have just filled out my DS 160. Okay. And requested my police certificate. Okay. I was wondering, I wanted to try and get my visa interview in London in the next 2 months. Can I set up my visa interview and then set up my medical, but obviously do the medical first? Well, you can do that, Adam. It all depends on how busy the embassy folks are in London. Now, the U.S. Embassy in London used to be in Grosvenor Square. I believe, but they moved it. They just built a brand new embassy, so everything's brand new, state of the art. So you're going to be in a nice new building, okay? But it's up to the embassy put and their workload on when they can, schedule your visa interview. So what I would do is get online to the SEAC account and pay your visa fee, do the DS 160 like you said, get your police certificate. That shouldn't take long. And it's in English. It's a British police certificate, so you don't have to get it translated into English. It's already in English. And see what they got available. And it's probably doable once you pay the visa fee. You probably could get it done in 2 months. It's doable. Everybody's anxious to get their future wives and husbands to the United States, and I don't blame you at all. I want Karina here. She had her earthquake. Our whole apartment was shaking, and then today, no, not today. She's working today, but tomorrow she's going to finish up painting the apartment. So I bought some paint. She did. I didn't. She bought some paint, and she's been painting. The whole apartment shook. And I got a hurricane right over here. I don't know where it's going to go yet. But, I'm used to it. It's part of living in Florida in the summer. We don't get hurricanes in the wintertime, only in the summertime. And then, Adam, yeah, go set up your medical interview, your medical appointment after you schedule your visa interview. So you know when your visa interview is in London. And when you're in London, I don't know if you live in London, but when you go, try to make a trip out of it. Go visit Madame Tussauds. Go to the Natural History Museum. Go in Harrods. See if they're selling tigers in Harrods. Jacob, the only thing I have left to get into my interview binder for my beneficiary is 12 months of bank statements. Okay, Jacob, get on it. October's going to be here just like that. It's going to be here. Get those bank statements. Okay? Go get, take a half day, go to your bank and have them print them. If that's what I would do. Angel Tate, stay safe, Diego. Oh yeah, I'm going to stay safe. I don't know if I have to evacuate or not. Probably not. But I'm watching this hurricane. I've evacuated so many times. I go to South Carolina. I've evacuated a couple of times to South Carolina in the past. Francois Livingston. Hello, Diego. Stay safe. Jacob, now that I'm not stressing about this, I'm taking on a new stressful venture of launching my company. Well, tell us all about your new company. You got free advertising right here, and thousands of people are going to see it. Adam, the medical exam doesn't have a backlog, correct? No. I should be able to get one fast. The medical exam in England is no problem. In Colombia, it's a little difficult to get a medical exam, but that's Colombia. But in England, you're good. And another question from Adam. I'm not required to get any vaccinations on a K1. If so, will they give me the vaccinations at the medical exam? That's up to the doctor. The civil surgeon controls that, okay? So when you go for your medical exam, if you don't have any vaccinations, you got to tell the doctor, I don't have any vaccinations. I got nothing to show, okay? But the civil surgeon will say this to you. Okay, we're going to administer the vaccinations or get them done in the United States. He'll tell you what to do, the doctor, him or her, okay? So don't worry about that. But you do need your vaccinations for the green card. So if you don't submit vaccination records to immigration for your green card, you ain't going to get your green card. You won't get it. So make sure you get the vaccinations done, either in London, England, or in your home. Surely you got a medical doctor in your town where you live in England. There's got to be. Isn't there like a free healthcare system in England? Well, you pay for it in high taxes. You get taxed out the rear. But I think that you could get your vaccinations done. I would get them done in England where it's free. It ain't free here. You're going to pay. Jacob, shouldn't I wait until October? That way it's 12 months. I would get what you can get. Get 11 months worth of bank statements. And then in September and October, get the other two. So get 10 months worth, and then get in September and October, get the other two. But get what you can get now, so you don't have to worry about it. And then in October, all you got to do is get one instead of 12. Start getting them now. Rick and Grace, hello, Diego. Quick question. My American fiance just started her job and was in college before. Can she show what she is expected to make this year instead of submitting W-2? No. You got to have a tax return, a W-2, a tax transcript, bank statements, a letter from an employer, pay stubs. Okay? That's how you prove income. So hold on a second. You got to be able to prove income. Okay? Got to have a tax return, W-2. Now, if her employer, okay, or his employer can write a letter explaining how much money your fiance makes in 2023, total income estimated for the whole year, that's fine too. But if she just started her job, she's going to have to show a consistency of being paid. Direct deposits into her bank or his bank. Okay? So his bank, right? You got to show proof of income. If he's just started a new job, or if she's just started her new job, then she's going to have to get a joint sponsor. Get a joint sponsor. Cover that base. Cover yourself. Or does she have to find a sponsor for the time being? Just get a joint sponsor for the time being to get you through the visa interview and the green card process. And then in the future, when you lift the conditions off of your 2-year green card for your 10-year green card, then she'll have her income will be sufficient and you're good to go. Right? Then good to go. Get a joint sponsor and cover yourself at the interview. Immigration, all right, they don't care about wanna, coulda, woulda, shoulda. They want to see evidence of income. Okay, and so if she's in a brand new job, if Grace is in a brand new job, then get a joint sponsor because immigration will not see enough time for income coming in. Great job on going to school. Okay, going to college is a good thing. It's a wonderful thing, and I recommend it, and I strongly recommend it. But in an immigration process, immigration want to see W-2s, 1040s, tax transcripts. Okay, and if you are, let's say, $200 or $300 over the minimum income, let's go even high as $1,000. Immigration are going to ask you probably for a joint sponsor if you are just a little bit over the minimum income requirements. Okay, there was if let's suppose in the minimum income requirements, this is for a family of 3 at 125% for the green card. The minimum income is $31,075. Right there. My advice to you is if you make $31,076, you qualify for the visa, right? Or the green card, you qualify. But immigration officers have been getting stricter and stricter and stricter on the income. So if you make $100, $500, $1,000 over the minimum, I recommend and I urge you to get a joint sponsor. Okay? Find somebody to give you backup. So the immigration officer relaxes and gives you the green card. Well, he doesn't give it to you. You earned it. You earned it. You went through a lot of work to get it. Don't mess it up over income. So, my recommendation is make at least $2,000 above and beyond the minimum income requirements of 125%. And in that way, you're going to get your green card. Okay? If you don't make that much money, then that's when you can use assets. But immigration officers don't want to use assets unless it's cash in the bank. You could have a $400,000 house that you own and include it as an asset. But immigration officers are more interested in you feeding your beneficiary, now your wife or husband. They don't care about your house. They care about, are you going to feed? Is she going to eat? Are you going to pay your light bill? Okay, that's what they care about. Get a joint sponsor. Jacob, do I need to make sure I have a specific amount in my checking account if I make $51,000 for 2 people for the year? No, you're good. Don't worry about it. So you got to prove that you made $51,000 though on your 1040. You got to show it on your tax return, on your W-2, 1099, tax transcript. You got to prove it. Thomas Farrell, haven't received my official welcome letter. But we did get an email from Manila Embassy that I can schedule a visa interview. Okay, that's okay. Which we have for October 24th. Boom, high five, Thomas. Thomas and Jacob, you guys are going to be hanging out together in Manila. So excited to have her here by Thanksgiving. Absolutely. Now, Thomas, you got to explain to her what is Thanksgiving. What is it? What does Thanksgiving represent? As an American, we know what Thanksgiving is, but your Filipino beautiful bride-to-be, she may not know what Thanksgiving is. So explain it to her. So that way when you're all eating turkey and stuff, she knows what it's all about. Jacob, it's on my tax transcript. Then you're good. Adam, is there a chance the medical staff at the medical exam give me the vaccines I need? I have my COVID vaccines and some as a kid. Okay, if you got vaccinated as a kid, bring that vaccination card with you to the medical exam. Bring the vaccination card with you. Okay, do it. The doctor, the civil surgeon at the embassy who works for the embassy in London will make a decision. He'll either give you or she will give you the vaccines at the hospital where you get your medical exam done. He'll ask you, do you want it, or she will, Adam, you'll be asked the question, do you want your vaccinations here? Do you want us to do them here for you? Boom, get them done. Thomas, one of the most American holidays that we have, and I'm cooking. Well, you're cooking. That's fantastic. I'll probably be in Colombia for Thanksgiving with Karina. Jacob Myers, LOL, the Philippines start Christmas in September. They do in Colombia too. There's a store where we live. We have an apartment in Bogota. Just down the road from us, they just opened up a Christmas tree store. They're selling Christmas trees already, and it's August. They're selling Christmas trees, Christmas decorations, Christmas lights, everything Christmas. Christmas in Colombia, in Bogota, or in the whole country, actually, lasts forever. Okay? 2 weeks before Christmas, they have a Christmas party every day. There's an excuse for a party in Colombia every day. 2 weeks before Christmas, there's a party. Somebody's at somebody's house. Let me see. I don't know if we're going to be in Colombia, Bogota for Christmas. It depends on the visa interview schedule and the backlog and the workload at the embassy in Bogota. Hopefully we can be in Colombia, but more than likely we'll probably be here in the USA, because I think Karina's family, they're all going to go and visit mom in Venezuela. And I don't blame them. They haven't seen their mom in years. Okay? Let's see. But, it's a pretty harrowing trip going to Venezuela. It ain't easy. It's dangerous. Rick and Grace expected to be accepted for I-129F in October, so we can finally work on the visa stuff after 12 months of waiting, getting more and more excited. Rick and Grace, that's great news. I'm happy for you guys. You're going to get it all wrapped up and get done. And once it's all over with, okay, all this worrying and all this stress is going to be in the history books. You're going to forget about it. You'll forget all about it. You'll be happy planning your lives and everything, okay, which is good. Jacob Myers, Thomas, our interview is October 24th as well, in the morning. I just said, I know when you guys are having your visa interviews better than you guys do. I'm kidding. Jacob, hang out with Thomas in Manila. Go eat some, what's it called? What is that food in the Philippines called? The egg rolls. I can't remember, but they're really good. They're very tasty. I can't remember the name of it. Brian Betances Farias. Hi, Diego. My K1 was approved August 19th, 2023. What's next? Now you wait for the welcome letter, the email from the National Visa Center telling you that the immigration folks at the service center have mailed your K1 visa package to the National Visa Center. National Visa Center is going to get it. They're going to process it. They're going to call the embassy up in your beneficiary's home country, and they're going to see how busy the embassy is. If the embassy's busy, they're going to tell they're going to keep you in the loop. They'll tell you, but they more than likely they're just going to mail it to the embassy, and then you're going to be in transit, and then you're going to be in a ready status, and then you're going to start preparing to schedule the visa interview. And Thomas says he thinks his K1 visa interview is at 6:30 in the morning in Manila. And Jacob says ours is at 6:30 also in the morning, but they don't put AM or PM. We'll be there at AM, so that way you cover both times, right? Don't go at the PM, go at the AM. Lumpia, that's it, Jacob. Lumpia. Man, I love lumpia. That is some good stuff right there. I wish I didn't live so far away from the Phil Am Club, because I would go there for their lumpia nights, but it's just too far to drive. Jacob, we are making sure to have some at the wedding. Yeah, that's a great idea. I think I'll throw some lumpia into for our wedding. Even though Karina's from Venezuela and we're probably going to eat Venezuelan food at the house at night, I'm going to take her to a restaurant with all of our guests and I'm going to, treat them out to probably, I don't know, Mexican food. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. Probably Mexican. And so Thomas says our visa interviews at 6:30, so assume it's in the AM. And wow, yours and mine is at the same time. Thomas and Jacob, you guys can hang out together, but get the visa interview done. What I recommend you do is go to Manila the night before and get a hotel. So that way you're not going to worry about missing plane flights, missing buses, missing taxis or whatever. So go to Manila, okay, the day before your visa interview, get a hotel so you can wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and get ready for the visa interview. If your visa interview is at 6:30 in the morning, I would be at the embassy by 5 a.m. And Jacob says, we have a hotel across from the embassy. Look at you. Good planning. I like your style. And Thomas says, we watched your scary Manila interview questions yesterday. Good video. Well, thanks, Thomas. This will help you get through this process. Those are actual questions that the immigration officer asked somebody, a beneficiary from the Philippines. Those are actual questions. Elad Esaga, I have received a case number from the NVC, but there's no invoice number to log into the website. Okay, so some embassies want the invoice number, some embassies don't. Email the embassy, Elad, send an email to the U.S. Embassy, identify your beneficiary, the case number, beneficiary's passport number, date of birth, name and everything, and say, hey, I got my case number, I don't have my invoice number. Can you send me the directions to do what's next? Immigration will help you through it at the embassy. Plus, you got to wait for the ready status before you get the invoice number anyway. Got to wait for the case number. The invoice number. Thomas, I won't be in the PI, have to work in Virginia. Okay. Well, Thomas, I would tell your beneficiary very nicely, get her to Manila the night before the immigration interview. Pay for her plane ticket, get her to Manila, unless she lives in Manila, but get her in a hotel the night before, so when she wakes up, 4 o'clock in the morning, she's ready to go. Elad Esagar, my husband came in Dubai, but he is in Cameroon. Can I transfer it to Cameroon? You can do that, Elad, but you got to notify the National Visa Center. Telling USCIS is a waste of time. The service center, don't even waste your time. Contact the National Visa Center when you get the case ready status. Jeet Mushiana, look at you. High five. Look at that super chat. Thank you. I got gas money for hurricane evacuation now. In case I got to evacuate, Jeet covered some of my gas. You're a good man right there. Thank you. And I appreciate that, Jeet. Thomas. So Elad, yeah, you can transfer it from Dubai to Cameroon. You can do that. Okay. But you got to wait for the National Visa Center to contact you. And then you send an inquiry to the National Visa Center and ask them to mail your K-1 visa package to Cameroon and set up the interview there. Well, you're going to set up the interview, but have them mail your K-1 visa package to Cameroon, not to Dubai. Okay? The NVC are the people in control of where your visa goes. Well, actually, you're in control because when you fill out the I-129F, that's when you fill out where you want to have your visa sent to. You say which consulate, right? Jeet Mushiana. Hi, Diego. When I was scheduling the appointment at the consulate, it asked me for a DS-260 number. Since we filed DS-160, the system let me schedule with it. Would that be an issue? Okay, the DS-260 is for a spousal visa, not for a fiancé visa. Thomas found Look at that. I'm going to have a full tank of gas here by the end of the day here, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate that super chat. Great work, Diego, from Thomas. Thank you. Jeet and Thomas. You're going to fill up my gas tank. Let's see here. So, Jeet, here's the thing, right? It asked you for the DS260 since we had filed DS160. The system let me schedule with it. Would that be an issue? It will only be an issue if you filed a DS260, because that doesn't pertain to you. But if you filed the DS160, you're good to go. The DS160 is what you need to file for the fiance visa. Okay? Not the DS260. Do not submit a DS260. Don't for a K1 visa. Don't do it. That's for a spousal IR1, CR1 visa. Jacob, he has no documentation about the shots, just the scares. Just the scares? What's he scared of? No vaccination documents. You got to have vaccination documents. You got to show vaccination documents. Otherwise, you're going to be getting lots of vaccinations in the United States. And it's very expensive. Scars, okay. Well, that's okay. The doc's going to find them and ask questions about them. Life in North Carolina from Greensboro. What's going on? Now, Life in North Carolina, you just got your case number, right, from the NVC, right? Jacob, you missed my first part. Let's see. So, okay, Jacob. So my beneficiary told me yesterday he knows he got some shots as a child. So I just tell him to get a full set of new ones. Jacob, tell your beneficiary, tell him you want to see, he needs to get his vaccination card in his hand and bring it to the visa interview. Okay? And he needs to look at the vaccination card, and whatever vaccinations are missing, whatever's missing, he needs to get done I would get them done in the Philippines. It's cheap in the Philippines. Our beautiful friends in the Philippines, they live in a fantastic economy. The economy is fantastic. Everything's inexpensive. Get them done in the Philippines. Okay? Otherwise, you're going to get a big bill for vaccinations in the United States, because you cannot get your green card without the vaccinations. Let's see. Decky La. Hey, Diego. What's going on, Decky? Good to see you. Life in North Carolina. Have good news. I just got an email from the NVC with my case number, etc. Yeah, Life in North Carolina. That's great news. Fantastic. Soon you guys will be reunited with each other, okay? And you're going to get through this process. It's not fun. I know. I've been through it twice, plus a spousal visa. Thomas, why don't they take care of that at the medical evaluation? That's up to the doctor. It's up to the doctor. The doctor may say, hey, we're going to give you the vaccinations. Right? It's up to the doctor. Jacob said we don't have a vaccine card. Well, then, here's the deal, Jacob. Either he's going to get all his vaccinations in the Philippines before the medical exam, like Karina. I sent her some money to get her vaccinations, got them all done in Colombia. You know, it cost me a third of the price than if I got them done here. Get them done in the Philippines. He'll have a sore arms for a couple of days. Okay, get over it, but get them done. Otherwise, the medical exam doctor, may say one of two things. You don't have any vaccinations, we're going to do them here. Then you're going to pay the doctor. Or the doctor will say, you can get the vaccinations done in the USA, but do not adjust your status for a green card without vaccinations. So Thomas, yeah, the doctor will tell your beneficiary what she needs. Deki La, NVC forwarded my case to Mumbai consulate on the 1st of August, but I didn't receive any email from Mumbai, the consulate in Mumbai. Deki, email the consulate officer, send him an email, and ask for an update. Ask him, where's my K1 visa package? Include in the email your beneficiary's name, date of birth, passport number, etc. Jacob, I kind of don't want to pay a lot for the money for the TITA test. Well, in Philippines, I don't know how much it is. Find out. Ask. Have your beneficiary call the clinics, medical clinic, and say, how much does a TITA test cost? Find out how much it is. It can't be that expensive in the Philippines. Jacob says he loves being part of the sore arm club. Yeah, he's going to have a sore arm. Definitely. Karina's arm was sore for a couple of days after a couple of her vaccinations. But it's part of the process. Thomas says, do we know what the U.S. will require for vaccinations so we can get them before doing the medical exam or visa interview? Yeah, I made videos about it, Thomas. If you go through the videos, if you page through all 600 videos, I made a lot of videos. There's a couple of videos in there that I made that tells you, one, how to get a TITA test, whatever it is called, TITA test, and number two, what vaccinations are required for the immigration. All right. Now, I'm not a doctor, so I'm just putting information out there that I learned from past experience. Okay. I've been through this twice. Linda Gibbs. Hi, Diego. I just wanted to know, when do we pay for the adjustment of status? Does that one payment cover the beneficiary and their dependents, or do you have to pay for each dependent too? Linda Gibbs, pay close attention. Pay close attention. Okay, you get married. Fantastic. Okay, your husband and you are now husband and wife. When you apply for the green card, you are going to do a separate adjustment of status for your new husband, okay, and the kids. Let's suppose you bring 3 people to America. You get married, you got 2 kids and the husband or the wife, doesn't matter. Guess what? You're going to fill out an adjustment of status paperwork for the husband, plus the biometric fee. You're going to fill out adjustment of status paperwork for child number 1. You're going to fill out adjustment of status paperwork for child number 2. You're going to get 3 bills. One for the husband, one for this child, and one for this child. And right now it's about $1,200 to get a green card, approximately. Don't quote me on that. So if you got 3 people coming to the United States, you're going to get a bill for about $3,600 right in there. Husband or wife, child number 1, child number 2. Okay? You're going to write a check to Homeland Security, U.S. Department of Homeland Security, for the husband or wife to get the green card. You're going to fill out a check, U.S. Department of Homeland Security, for the child number 1. And then you're going to fill out a check to Homeland Security, U.S. Department of Homeland Security, for child number 2. So you're going to put an adjustment of status together for 1, 2, 3 people in separate folders or binders. Then you're going to put all that into one FedEx box or UPS or DHL and send it to Chicago. I believe it's Chicago is the address. So there you go. And DJ Smokey has a question. When are you going to face the allegations? DJ Smokey, I have no idea what you're talking about. But you, as a First Amendment right person, have a right to ask a question that nobody has a clue about. So you got that, Linda. If you got 3 people, okay, you're going to have 3 adjustment of status paperwork. You're going to fill out 3 forms. I-865, 1, 2, 3. I-864, affidavit of support, 1, 2, 3. And medical exams, 1, 2, 3. Vaccination charts, 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to put together 3 fantastic adjustment of status paperwork. Okay? That's how you do it. Did that answer your question, Linda? So you're going to have a bill for more than one person. You're going to have a check mailed out. If you got 3 people coming to America, you're going to have 3 checks. 1 check, 2 checks, 3 checks. You can't combine everything. Every person is an individual, okay? Everybody's an individual. Jacob, so found a list online for the vaccines. There you go. But the last part of the list is those that are a specific group in the government will decide if any more are needed. There you go. That's what I said. The civil surgeon will make the decision at the exam if you're missing anything. Christopher Stout, Decky is asking, how long did it take your NOA2? And he replied back, she replied back, 14 months. Thomas just found the vaccination video you're talking about. You're wearing the same hat as today. This is my hurricane hat. It's going to protect me from all the wind and the rain, okay, and the flying debris. You know, there's going to be tree limbs flying through the air. Let's see here. Thomas, I'll take a look. Gracias de nada. Decky, NOA2 expires soon. Do I need to extend it? No. You're in the middle of a K1 visa process. Your NOA2 letter doesn't expire. Doesn't expire. You're in the middle of a K1. Disregard what's on the back of the NOA2 letter. Watch I made a video about the expiration date on the NOA2 letter. Look for my video on the expiration date on the NOA2 letter, and it explains everything. You don't need to extend it, no. The immigration officers will do it automatically for you. Francois Livingston, for the vaccines, did you say the beneficiary can do the vaccines in the USA? Sure, absolutely. Once we get married. It's a life event, and I can add them to my health plan at work. Vaccines are normally covered. Depends on your health insurance company. I don't know. For me, no. I got to pay for Karina. Okay? I would have to pay. I don't know. I could ask the military. I could ask them if they want to give her a bunch of shots. They might once we get married. Possibility would, I pay for my health insurance, but so then it will be covered. It's a good point. But I just got them all done in Colombia. Karina's, when she gets to America, we're not going to be looking for doctors for vaccinations. That's going to be done already. We're going to be looking for, which is a good restaurant for our wedding. Not, where's a doctor for getting shots? So Francois, you need to ask your insurance company and ask them. Christopher Stout, okay, thanks. Mine NOA1 is at November 9th, 2022. So I get mine in October 2023. Good possibility, maybe sooner. For NOA2, I filed mine in Ohio when I lived 6 months there, then changed the address to Mississippi. No problem. It's okay. As long as immigration know where you're in Mississippi. So it's warmer in Mississippi. It's cold in Ohio. It's a lot warmer in Mississippi. Paya, India. Hi, Diego. Nice hat. This is my Colombian Bogota hurricane hat. Protects me from the sun and flying debris from hurricanes. And thank you. And then Paya is asking if Raj is here. Still waiting on my tax transcript. What is the fastest way of retrieving it? You should get it within a week. It only took me a week to get my tax transcripts. Paya, India. Diego, thank you so much for your support. No worries. I'm here for you guys. I'm going to get you through this. I know how to do it. I've been through it. I know what the surprises are behind the corner before you guys know. So I warn you ahead of time. Linda, yes, Diego, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Well, I'm glad I helped you, Linda. Now you're ready, right, for the adjustment of status. Lots of people make that mistake where they just write one check for 3 people, and then their whole package gets rejected by immigration. You got to file for green cards separately. Even if it's a little baby, you got to do it separately. One check, one check, one check. One I-8 485, another 485, another 485, another 864, another 864, another 864. 3 people, 3 packages. But I recommend you put the packages together. You're not combining, okay? You're just mailing them together at the same time. So immigration understand this is a family, okay? And they'll look for 3 checks. 3 people, they want to see 3 paydays. Let me see. Life in North Carolina is talking to Christopher, telling him it took him 12 months and 2 weeks for the NOA2 letter. And it's going to be faster as we get closer to November, October. Christopher, Diego, do I have to put back $1,150 for the fees? What was it for the fees in the total cost? Fees for what? Is that for the K1 visa is $535. What's the fee for? Do I have to put back $1,150 for the fees? I don't understand the question, Christopher. Rephrase the question. And Paya is here in India. Jacob Maya said the ACIP will decide if they have any more for specific diseases. Right, at the medical exam, the civil surgeon. We taxpayers, okay, in America, we pay lots of taxes, which pays that civil surgeon, to work for the State Department. Okay, I'm sure that doctor is certified through our State Department, which he is, to give the medical exam. Michelle, hey Diego, will this hurricane impact NVC wait time? It's going to take longer. No, the hurricane is going to come in through Florida, tear up Florida, throw everybody's lawn chairs into the neighbors' backyards, and then it's going to go out into the Atlantic and disappear. It's got nothing. It's not going to affect the National Visa Center because that's in New Hampshire. So, I mean, unless that hurricane goes straight north and goes through New Hampshire, which is highly unlikely, probably 0% chance. Michelle says that it is already. Oh, come on now. Hedrick Soldiero. Hey, Diego, my NOA letter is about to expire. Do I extend it? No. Your NOA2 letter is not going to expire. It's not. You are in the middle of an immigration process. Okay? USCIS know that you are not going to get your visa stuff done in 4 months. They know that. The U.S. consulate at the embassy and the MVC officer will automatically extend your NOA2 letter. They're going to do it automatically. Don't worry about it. There's nothing you got to do other than stay in touch with immigration. Daggy, hello, Diego. What a surprise. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be here tomorrow. I might be evacuating because of this hurricane. I don't know. But I'll know by probably tomorrow morning. And then if I don't have the live stream tomorrow, I'm not here. But if I do have the live stream, I am here. So I did a surprise live stream just to cover the information for you folks, just in case I got to leave. And I got gas money covered already from the super chats. That's great news. Let's see. Punet Kuhar. From welcome letter, how long does it take to get to Mumbai? 2 to 4 months, probably about 8 weeks. Jacob, how do you know what the ACIP may even think about to get done before coming to the expensive US? Jacob, the civil surgeon is going to tell your beneficiary what vaccinations he needs. He can get them done in Manila and pay the doc there, or he can get them done here. Christopher Stout, $1,150 for the other paperwork. I can't think of that paperwork. Oh, you're talking about adjustment of status. The adjustment of status is what you're talking about for the green card. When you get to America, the United States, you're gonna get married, and then your beneficiary is going to apply for her green card or his green card, plus the biometrics. Okay, right? It's about what is the cost? I don't know how much it is. I don't want to put that information out there because it could change by the time we get to that point. You're saying $1,150. You got to add the biometrics to that too. It's about $2,000 plus $2,200. It's about $1,150 plus about $85, somewhere in there for the biometric. You do that in the United States when you apply for the green card. When you apply for the K1 visa, you pay $535, and then you pay $265 thereabouts for the visa interview, and then you get to America, and then you pay for the green card. So let's see, Francois, I know when I have gotten vaccines in the past, I was covered by my health plan. That's great. But I will check with my health carrier about it. Thank you, Diego. I'm listening to your live chat at work. Well, that's great, Francois. Put your little earplug in, and we'll guide you through this K1 visa process. If your healthcare plan will cover the vaccinations, that's great. But you got to get your beneficiary on your healthcare plan first, and you know that already. So you got to first get married, put your beneficiary on your healthcare plan, get the vaccinations, and then submit your adjustment of status paperwork. Beto Trejo. Hi, Diego. How long does it take to approve after the case is ready to make the appointment in the embassy? Depends on the embassy and how busy they are. Depends on what country. Nigeria's kind of bad right now. They're backlogged, okay? We got to call Mr. Plummer out on Nigeria because the embassy's backlogged. So it depends on the embassy and how busy they are. Bahu, hey Diego, my fiance got an appointment for an interview, but the agency misspelled on Word wrong her name. Could that be a problem? You got to fix that. That will be a problem because that is the name that's going to show up on the K1 visa. And the K1 visa gets put in the passport. And the name in the K1 visa has to match the name in the passport. Or Border Patrol in the United States will be a problem. You got to fix it. Okay? So you got to get that corrected. Christopher Stout. Okay, I think it's $1,250. Okay, that's for the green card. And if you have 3 people, that's going to be $1,250 per person applying for the green card. Paya, India. Police certificate is required during filing of DS-160. No, don't need it for that. You need the police certificate for the visa, for the embassy interview. So when you go to the embassy interview and do the scary immigration interview, you got to have the police certificate in your hand, the original one, printed, okay, from the computer or wherever you get it. Unless you're in Hong Kong. If you live in Hong Kong, then the police department in Hong Kong will mail the police certificate to the embassy. Okay, they won't give it to you. You got to go to the police station in Hong Kong, file for the police certificate. You got to prove, you got to bring your welcome letter. You got to prove you're in the K1 visa process. You got to prove to the Hong Kong police you are in a visa interview, and then they will take your fingerprints, you pay the fee, and then they'll mail the police certificate to the embassy in whichever country it is. Jacob, listen at work just for the fun of it. There you go. Entertainment for you guys. Free entertainment. JD, hi Diego, how about Packet 4? Does it require my medical done? Without it? No. The Packet 4 is just information telling you what you need to do for the embassy. You're going to get a letter saying you need a medical exam, you got to bring your vaccination documents, you got to get passport photos, you got to bring your police certificate, you got to bring your birth certificate, you got to bring your passport that has not expired. It's just information, that's all. Isaac Medrano. Hey, Diego. Isaac and Julia here. What's going on, Isaac and Julia? From Florida and Brazil. I remember. Still waiting for letter of approval. Was 8/9. August 9th was your NOA 1 letter, 2022. Right? You're right around the corner. Any day. This week. Any day now. Christopher Stout, it's just one person coming to the USA. So I don't know how much is the total for the green card. So I can set back the funds for it. Okay, now I understand your question. If you are bringing one person to the United States, you're only going to pay one visa fee, which is whatever it is, $1,250 plus the biometrics. Okay, that's just an estimated price. So go ahead and set aside, I would say, set aside money for the visa fee, for the biometrics, for a hotel. You may have to spend a night in a hotel. If you have to drive 100 miles for the biometrics, you're going to spend the night, right? Set aside a budget for the trip too. JD, I got you answered already. Isaac Medrano. Hey, Diego. Isaac and Julia here from Florida, right? Now, don't forget in Brazil, you got to do a singleness letter in front of the immigration officer. And you got to get police certificates from not only the whole country of Brazil, but from whatever district you lived in. Paya, India. Lawfully app. Is it safe? Okay, I don't put any applications on my phone. Okay, none. Except I got Facebook for Karina, so we can do our Facebook stuff. I got my Messenger app, which I hardly ever use because it's not secure. I got WhatsApp on my phone. I got a map application, a translator, and that's about it. I don't recommend putting anything on your phone as applications unless you absolutely positively need it. Okay? Because that's just another way to be tracked by somebody. So I don't recommend applications at all. In fact, I honestly don't recommend cell phones, iPhones. I don't recommend them. I preferred the flip phone, which was analog. So nobody can track my phone. I don't, if the U.S. government said they want to know where was Diego for the last 2 weeks, they could get a warrant, put it on my phone company, and they'll tell them. Well, he went to Walmart, he went to Publix, then he went to Walmart, then he went to the library, made some photocopies of his visa application, and then he went to Walmart and bought some Mountain Dew. No, I don't like this. This government intrusion. Okay? The only reason I got a cell phone is because I'm in an immigration process with Karina. When she gets here, I might not even use it. But I still do the YouTube channel. So lawfully app, is it safe? Probably it's safe. No doubt it's safe. Would I put it on my phone? No. Heck no. I don't need it. USCIS is telling me what's going on. I got my NOA 1 letter. I got my NOA 2 letter. They're going to send me a welcome letter or whatever it is they send me in an email, probably this week, next week, or in the next 3 weeks, very soon. Immigration is telling me what's going on. I don't need to put an application on my phone to tell me. Isaac Medrano. No, we got approved on August 9th, 2023. Okay, so you should hear from immigration probably June of 2024, June or July of 2024. Okay? Now, wait a second. You got approved August 9th, 2023. That's your NOA 2 letter, right? So you will be hearing from the NVC very soon. Very soon, if I'm correct. Luke Sestito just got the welcome letter June 6th. USCIS approval date August 28th. Welcome letter Morocco. Well, we got lots of people watching us from Morocco. Beautiful, beautiful part of the world. I love the food in Morocco is great. Linda Gibbs. So Diego, is the adjustment of status the last thing we have to pay for during this process? No, it's not. You adjust the status for the green card. Okay. You're going to get a 2-year green card. 2 years. Okay. 3 months before the 2-year green card expires, you're going to lift the conditions off of the 2-year green card and get the permanent 10-year green card. You got to pay for that. How much is it? I don't know. It will be in two years from now, right? Plus. So you get your green card and you pay for the 2-year green card. Then 3 months before the 2-year green card expires, you're going to apply for the 10-year green card. You're going to pay for that. You lift the condition. Now you make sure you submit a strong package to lift the conditions on your green card. Okay. You could get your green card denied if you submit a pitiful, weak, worthless package to lift the conditions off your green card. You got to submit a package that's strong. So when you get your 2-year green card, you still have to keep collecting evidence of your relationship. Keep collecting the phone bill. Keep collecting the utility bills with the beneficiary's name on it. Keep go on trips together. Keep the receipts for the trips, the boarding passes. You take a vacation to New York City. You want to see the skyscrapers, or you go to Arizona because you want to see the Grand Canyon. Keep all of the receipts. Everything you guys do together, for the first 2 years, actually 2 years minus 3 months, you got to keep documenting it. You got to put her on your bank account or him. So the name shows up on the bank statements, okay? When you adjust the status, you do that. When you lift the conditions off the 2-year green card, you repeat the process all over again. Immigration wants to see you guys are still together, living in the same house. You got to prove it. Got to prove it. Okay? So then you pay for that. And then right after that, you can submit an N-400 form, which is a green. Once you've been married to a U.S. citizen for 3 years, you can apply for citizenship. Then you pay for that. The process will end when you become a U.S. citizen and you have your U.S. passport in your hand, and you got to pay for that. Okay? And so you got it, Linda. All right? The process continues. You pay for the K-1 visa. You pay for the green card. You pay for the 10-year green card. You pay for U.S. citizenship processing. And Christopher Stout says, which is in New Orleans, biometrics, right? Biometrics on my first K-1 visa, when I did my first K-1 visa, we went to New Orleans for biometrics. Exactly right. It was it was hard to find the building because it's not clearly marked. So if I have to go to New Orleans again for this time around with Karina, I know exactly where it is, and I know how to get into it. And you got to go up to like the 5th floor in this kind of like skyscraper kind of edificio. But you got to know where to go. It's not really easily marked. So we'll stay in a hotel in New Orleans, okay, and one night, and then boom, go to the embassy. Go to the government building in the USCIS government building. I think it's on the 4th or 5th floor, and get the biometrics done. Eli Jax's vlog, Mr. Diego, I'm laughing about the phone stuff. Yeah, this isn't a cell phone, guys. This is a government tracking device. Okay, this is a government tracking device. If the government wants to know what you did for the last week, they get a warrant. They can slap it on your phone company, and then the phone company has to tell the government what you did, where you went, who you called. I don't like this phone, but I'm using it for the immigration process. Okay, when Karina gets here, I'm going to shut it off, take the SIM card out, and forget about it, throw it in the drawer. Okay, I'm still going to do the YouTube channel, obviously. But, when I go to Walmart and buy my Mountain Dew, the government's not going to know I was there. Okay, because I'm going to get a flip phone. It's a flip phone, analog. It's non-trackable. Okay, that's just my opinion. You may not care about being tracked by the government. Okay, but I don't like it. Let's see here. Linda Gibbs, do you have any idea how long the Nigeria backlog is? Yes, about 10 months. It's at least. It's terrible. Nigeria is in a bad way right now. Antonio, when is the best time to send my fiance that filled out I-134 in the Philippines? We sent application in June. Send her the I-134, Antonio, as soon as you schedule the visa interview. That way the form won't time out. You have a good form. Schedule the visa interview, send her the I-134. Paya India. Today, lots of fluctuations in the sound. Well, it must be I don't know. I don't control the microphone here. Maybe the hurricane, but I'll check it out. Maybe I should switch to this big microphone over here. When you watch a YouTube channel, do you ever see people are using this? They use something like this. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I could use one of these and plug it in. Maybe it'll make the sound quality a lot better. I'll investigate and see how it sounds. I'll do a test run tomorrow. Mackenzie Owens. No NOA2 today, yet my NOA1 is August 2022. Well, Mackenzie, you should get it this week. Okay, this week, give it 2 weeks. You're close. You're close. Jacob, does the I-134 time out? It will eventually, but it doesn't right now. Right now it's good, but it will eventually. And then immigration will tell me, and then I will tell you, and I'll make a video. Antonio, what if you get kidnapped in another country? You would want the U.S. government to track down your phone. I don't plan on getting kidnapped in another country. I've been in over 50 countries, and I've never been kidnapped. And I lived in Bogota, Colombia for 1.5 years with Karina, spaced out over time. And my cell phone was in my apartment. Nobody knew where I was. If the U.S. government was tracking me, they would think I was in my apartment in Bogota. But I wasn't. I was in Villa de Leyva. I was in Cartagena. I'm not worried about getting kidnapped, okay? I got no intrinsic value for a kidnapper, other than the knowledge I have from the military. So the Venezuelan government would probably love to have me. But that's not happening because I'm not going to go to Venezuela. Not yet. Not until we get a new government. Mackenzie. Thank you, Diego. No problem, Mackenzie. Jacob said he already filled out his I-134. It will be good for October. It will be good. Paya Paya, India. I'm getting ready to prepare our interview. Binder. How many pictures and chats do you recommend? I recommend at least, I would say, 30 pictures over the duration of the relationship. Okay? So if you've been together for 3 years, I would have 10 pictures from each year. That's 30 pictures. And I recommend, I would say, 2 to 4 chats per month over a 3-year period. That'd be 4 chats, 4 times 12 times 3, right? 4 12s, 4 chats per month. So 36 per month, right? Times 3, it's about 70, 80, 90 chats. Paya Paya, India, we've been LDR for 5 years. So you got 5 years at least. You should have a spread of pictures of at least 5 years. You know, obviously you weren't together the whole time, but you should have at least a spread of pictures over 5 years. 30 pictures. And in the pictures, you need to identify who's in the picture, where the picture was taken, and when it was taken. What day, what time. Well, not the time, but what day, what year. Day, month, year. Location, names of people. Thomas, if you've been out of the Navy for long enough, your info is probably useless. Well, I hope so. I'm retired Air Force and had a TS clearance, but that is way outdated and I don't remember stuff anyway. I don't know. I've been retired a long time. The information I have is probably worthless now, except for the stuff about UFOs. And I'm just kidding, okay? I'm kidding. Everyone's saying the interviews are not that long. You think they would go through the pics at the interview? Yeah, Antonio, they're going to sit down. The immigration officer will sit in a chair and flick through your photo album. Takes what, a minute to look through 30 pages? It's quick. Okay, guys, I've been talking for 1 hour. I'm going to go check on the hurricane status. I'm going to go drink some Mountain Dew, check on the hurricane status and see where the hurricane is and see what decisions I have to make regarding my location. And I will bring my cell phone with me if I have to evacuate. So the government can find me if I get stuck somewhere or if I get kidnapped. Mackenzie, I am in Fort Walton Beach. You think we have to worry? I don't think so, but we could get some of the bands. We could get some of those wind bands, We got to wait and see where it goes, Mackenzie. When it gets into the Gulf, central Gulf of Mexico, we're going to know if it's going to go left or if it's going to go right, okay? If it goes right, it's probably going to tear through Tampa. The folks in Miami are good. They're not going to get hit by this, but they're going to get the wind bands. Where we are, I'm close to you. I'm close to you. Okay. We may get wind bands. I don't know. Let's hope the hurricane just dissipates. But worst case scenario for us would be if it goes left. Okay? If it goes left, then we got to maybe get out of here. I don't know. We'll find out. But I think we're okay. Right now, we're okay. I could use my government tracking device and check on it right here. Paya Paya, India. Where did you buy wedding rings? Where do you buy wedding rings? What do you recommend? Well, when I go to Colombia when I go back to Colombia, Bogota, when I go back to Bogota, we're going to go shop for wedding rings in downtown Bogota at the jewelry stores. Okay? And Karina will do the talking and I will do the listening because she's the negotiator in the family. I've watched her negotiate. She's fantastic. She's going to do well in America as a businesswoman. She's going to do fantastic when she gets here. Okay, so we'll go to a store in Bogota. We'll look there. It depends on what you want to do. There are jewelry stores here, but I want to help spread some of the economic wealth around Bogota, around Colombia. You know, we're going to be living here in America for the rest of our lives, so they're going to get my dollars every day, right? So when I go to Colombia, I like to go to different restaurants and not the same one over and over again, and to help spread the dollars around. And Zacho, hello, Diego. Quick question before you leave. Okay, what's the question? Got my ready status, but don't have invoice number yet. I can't schedule the interview. Email the embassy. Wait for the ready status. Do you have ready status? You got a case number. Do you have the ready status? You got to have ready status before you can do anything because the embassy doesn't have your visa yet. Okay? So wait for the ready status or email the embassy and ask them what to do. Tell them, this is my case number. This is my beneficiary's passport number, date of birth, name, etc. Tell them you got an approved visa and you're asking for directions. Paya Paya, India, hurricanes. Stay safe. I'm used to hurricanes. It's part of life. And if you have the ready status, you need to email the embassy and ask them what to do. They'll tell you. They'll email you. They'll probably email the invoice number if they even need it. Okay, guys, I'm out of here. I got to check on this hurricane, and I'm going to check on the sound quality too. I'll check on it. I mean, I got this microphone here. I mean, it's not plugged in to anything. I don't use it. You know, to me, I just don't want to be like every YouTuber with this microphone and it's not me. But I'll investigate the sound quality. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And I will see you guys Wednesday. What's today? I don't even know what day it is today. But I'll see you at the next live stream, which is Wednesday. Today's Tuesday, 7 p.m. Central Time. Okay?